And today we're going to be jumping into some actual scenarios around mortgages, real life scenarios that you guys helped some clients solve some problems that I'm going to guess aren't unique only to these clients. I bet a lot of our viewers likely will find themselves in these situations as well.
Yeah, and we talk about creative financing, but we don't really dive deep into what that looks like or how we go about doing that. And so we thought we would tell you a little bit about a few projects that we've done recently, set some expectations so you guys can understand what it takes to actually get deals like this done. And then you can understand, I guess, how somebody would be successful in using these type of private financing. Because some of the professionals that I talk to, accountants, other investors, why would you ever borrow private money? Well, if you have a situation, you need a solution, and that property maybe isn't financeable by a bank, but there's a ton of money to be made, private financing works. So, understanding how that works and how flexible we can be is what we wanted to kind of convey to you guys today in this video. So I'm going to talk about a creative flip that we just did. So this flip was in Sarnia. This client was picking up a completely gutted triplex. It's been sitting on the market for a decent amount of time. It's studs. So really difficult for any sort of conventional lender to be able to lend on. This client has past experience with doing flips or doing other projects, has a decent portfolio of other assets in the area, at decently low leverage, which was great. And we had a conversation with her up front, and she was talking about how she had this opportunity and she wanted to take advantage of it, but didn't have the cash to do it. And I explained to her how cross-collateralization works. So essentially what we were able to do is we were able to use her other assets in her portfolio and use the equity that's already just trapped in those assets, because she doesn't make a whole lot of money on paper, so it's very difficult for her to be able to refinance and pull that cash out. But I told her to use the tools in your toolbox. She didn't understand that those tools were available to her with this type of financing. So we're going to use her two properties that had a few $100,000 of equity in it, cross-collateralize it over the project we're looking to purchase, and we were able to fund 25% of the down payment. So the rate was 7.99%, which is a decent carrying cost for a private project. And we were able to source $200,000 of renovation costs for her to be able to actually go in and do the renovations and complete the project. Now, as I said before, it's difficult for her on paper to be able to scale anymore. So what we're going to do is, she now knows how much revenue needs to be generated on this property to be able to qualify for commercial financing. So if you have a triplex and let's say the ARV value is $500,000 and the debt service coverage ratio is 1.15, how much revenue per unit do you need to generate to be able to qualify for that takeout financing? Banks like brand new buildings with brand new finishes and great rent and great tenants. So, understanding your takeout financing is going to allow you to be able to execute on your private financing, because we'll never put somebody into a private loan that doesn't have a concrete exit strategy. So we were able to figure out how much revenue needs to be generated. By doing that, we were able to figure out the finishes, the type of tenants she wants in there, the layout, the plan, and they're using a local contractor in the area that specifically focuses on projects like this. So we were able to help her get her renovation budget, get her down payment, utilize the tools she had, and get in the project. She's currently working on it right now, so I'll give you guys an update when it's done, but she's really excited about what we were able to create. And the fees were built into the loan amount, so there's no cost to her up front. Quite literally, her only cost to close was her lawyer fee to close the transaction, which she was super grateful for, allowed her to focus on what she's looking forward to do at the moment. And we're really looking forward to seeing how this one turns out.
That's awesome.